What an amazing story. Hello, Australia. I was in depth in this book by Tracy Vo. We'll be speaking to her because it's time for 9. Later on, Barbara McNaught comes in and it's time for Men in Black. That's coming up very soon. We'll talk about that. And Ryan Schultz, he has an amazing book. Charlton will be talking to him. We've got a local act, beautiful music. Jake Hoskins performing for us today from his brand new album. So stick around. It's going to be a busy couch, as always. The crew's here. I'm here. Let's start.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch.
Oh, I love that opener. Thank you, Dennis. I love that. Not quite the same, is it? Sort of like, but that's okay. The show, I promise you, won't be that way. We have got a big show, a local act called Jake Hoskins opening the show. He's got a brand new EP that's out. I'm going to give away 10 copies of it right after he performs. Stick around for that one. But here's Jake to perform the opening song today on the couch.
Feel it come my way, feel it come back down. Never see the light again. Every time that I see your face, it comes back down. Never see the light again. Meditate too late. It comes back down. Never see the light again. Now I know that there's no more faith. It comes back down. Never see the light again. Never see the light again. Every time that I see your face, it comes back down. Never see the light again. Down below, down a spiral staircase, it comes back down. Never see the light again. No sign of life, no, not a trace. It comes back down. Never see the light again. Of life, no, not a trace. Yeah, it comes back down. Never see the light again. I got tunnel vision on this mission. Dark what you do when you've been doing it too long. Do what you do when you've been doing it too long. Do what you do when you've been doing it too long. Do what you do when you've been doing it too long.
Fantastic young talent, Jake Hoskins. He's got 10 of the EPs right here on my desk to give away. If you would like one of these EPs, we call them. It's called Heartleap Lane. It's out now. It's an original CD. All you have to do is SMS 0439 929 929. There it is on screen. Name and address, please. 0439 929 929. And just put on there, Jake. I'll know that you're after the CD and we'll give you those 10. Thank you to Jake and a wonderful local performer. Now, someone that's very local and a little bit of a performer every so often is my good friend Barbara McNaught. Welcome back to the couch.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you back.
Darling.
We're going to be talking about Men in Black.
Of course.
There's lots of people that don't know much about it, I think. Which
Really?
is impossible.
Okay.
But check out this trailer and then we'll talk to our good friend.
The Men in Black Ball is back. Your mission is to come and join us at the Men in Black Ball and support men's mental health through Momentum for Australia charity. Celebrate the Momentum Most Inspiring Man of the Year award. Dance, dinner, live entertainment, and fabulous prizes. Men in Black Ball, Pan Pacific Hotel, Perth. Visit MomentumForumEvents.com.au to be part of this special event.
There you go. That's Men in Black Ball, which I'll be going to. It's a fantastic event. Welcome, Barbara McNaught, officially.
you.
Tell us about Men in Black Ball. What's it all about?
Okay, Men in Black Ball, I'm the founder of it. Men in Black Ball was created in support of men's mental health,
Yes.
to create awareness, to make men speak out about how they feel.
Now, we've spoken about this a lot. Why don't men ever speak out? Are they too tough?
Because men don't talk, boys don't cry. They rather die than cry. It's a very dramatic quote that is partly created by me, because it's still stigma attached to it, because it's still belief or wrong belief that if you cry or show your feelings...
Shows weakness, doesn't it?
Shows weakness, in effect. And men are more introverted than women anyway.
Correct. Now, how long has this fantastic event been running? Because I know you started it, the inaugural. How many years?
9th anniversary. It's
9 years. Let's give her a round of applause in the studio. Do you know what? I have to say, I've known you for maybe 6 or 7 years, maybe longer. And it is a pleasure to have you on my show. You are an amazing lady. You do a lot for charity.
Thank you.
You should be complimented. You should be promoted by so many people. This is a wonderful event. You run many events. What can we expect to see at Men in Black this
Wow,
year?
how many minutes I've got?
Oh, about 3, I think.
Okay, so first of all, obviously we have fantastic testimonial speaker, and I was going to leave it till last, but I start
Well, you better tell
backwards.
us. Who is it?
It's a man.
Oh, well, that's going to be... You're giving it away now. Is it Malcolm Turnbull?
Darling, no, we come to it later.
Oh,
but
okay. Oh, coming to it later.
Soa Pele, he is UFC fighter
Yep.
who won the biggest battle with depression and who actually will be speaking at the ball, sharing his journey. He even did his film debut in 2014 in a movie called Son of the Gun with Ivan McGregor.
And that was made
Soa
over here,
Pele,
wasn't it?
that's right. Okay, so
Fantastic.
this is the testimonial speaker. So he comes, he shares his story, how it hit him and how he fought it and how he won. Because we always have a winning story.
So we're going to hear, on the night, we'll hear stories from people who've gone through depression.
That's right.
A lot of men.
That's right.
There's going to be a lot of women as well there, because it's about men and women.
It's
'cause
not
it
a
affects
man.
partners,
It's not a
husbands.
men's ball. It's a man that supports men's mental health.
We're not talking
I know
men's
what
balls,
you're
so I know
saying.
what you're saying. Bit of a
Okay,
balls
so
up
it's
there,
not
but
such
that's
a ball.
No, but you know
Okay.
what? You've got to put humour into depression, because if we don't take it's a very serious topic.
Of course.
People need to realise there's life after depression. They can get help. You are raising money to help men with this
That's
problem.
right.
On the night itself, is it going to be a great meal? Tell us about what's going to be there.
3-course dinner, accompanied by wines, of course.
Lovely.
Yes. Easy Tigers band. So polish your dancing shoes, darling.
We've got
Yes.
some amazing acts performing on that night.
Ah, that's surprise. Yes,
Okay.
of course. That's in
Oh,
between.
it's not you and me doing the strip again, is it?
Well, you
Remember last
didn't
time
have
we
to
couldn't-
give it up again,
Oh,
darling.
damn.
Give it out again.
I haven't got anything to wear, but then it doesn't matter.
And we have, very, very important thing. We've got the announcement of the most inspiring man of the year for 2016.
Oh, enough of your hints. I know it's me, but I mean, I give it up every year. I give it to somebody else.
One more.
Yep.
Now it's something new this year. Ball of the ball.
Ball of the ball.
No. Ball of the ball. Belle of the ball is the lady.
yes.
We have the beau of the ball at the Men in Black ball, as we have
Well, I
the
agree
belle of
with
the
you.
ball at the Pink Ribbon
By
ball.
all means, I don't care what you call it. It sounds good.
Okay.
Tickets
so-
am I reading right? They're $250 per person.
The same price.
You can get a table of 10 over there, camera
That's right.
2. They are tables of 10. $2,500 we want you to buy. VIP corporate table. Now, they're only $4,000 for a corporate table.
And that's an amazing, because you have a prime position secured in the first 3 rows. Your company is being promoted and branded with the logo display on the table and on the AV screen.
You are amazing. Let me tell
Thank
people where
you.
they can go for more information. Go to the website www.momentumforumevents.com.au, or you can call the number 1300 175 388. All the details will be on our website. Barbara will be back again very, very soon. The date again, 18th of June. It's Saturday, the 18th of June. If you support a wonderful cause, men's depression, fighting it, beating it, and getting over this issue. Men in Black Ball is coming to a place near you. It's going to be this year at the Pan Pacific Perth.
That's
Anyone
right.
else you want to thank very quickly?
I would like to thank our naming sponsor, Australian Trade Access, and I would like to call to all future sponsors to come on board
It's
for
a
Men in
wonderful
Black
cause.
and other events. We can't do it without you guys.
You know you're an amazing lady.
Thank you.
You do an amazing job and you're a pleasure to have on the show.
Thank
and
you.
we will keep promoting you because that's all we're interested in. You do a lot of good for this country and a lot of good for women, men, children, everybody else.
Thank you.
Thank you to Barbara McNaught for coming in today. As always, a pleasure to have you here.
Looking forward to seeing you on the night.
Thank you.
All of you.
And I'm
Thank
going,
you.
so you better go too. Now, somebody else that does a wonderful job is our Charlton Hart. He's back from holidays, sporting a new hairstyle similar to mine, but he's with one of my good friends with us today, Ryan Schultz. He's got a great book. Over to you, Charlton.
Thank you, Fred. Glitter, Blood and Tears. It sounds like a crazy Friday night out, but it's also the title of Ryan Schultz's new book. Ryan, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, tell me, what's the story about?
Glitter, Blood and Tears. Now, it's a story that's drawn from life experiences and situations of a drag queen. So, Glitter, Blood and Tears delves into experiences of my own life as my alter ego, Panache, who was my former Master of Ceremonies, showgirl, and performing personality. And I've combined it into a fictional book which offers people a bit of insight into the world of a drag queen, combined with my utterly sick fascination with my inspiring author Stephen King, the master of horror. And what I did was I crafted a book from my own journey, but elaborated and adapted points of my life that either were hard or impactful, and drew them out into a fictional realm to see what could happen if someone was to take parts of one's life a bit more extreme. And when I say that, I talk about my experience in the drag industry for 8 years, which I hung up my heels last year, and why I did that, which was because in my life I was very similar to what Fred was just speaking about with his previous segment, battling with mental health issues, and it became a very draining and part of my life. Yeah.
What's that? What's so draining about it? Is it just having to perform every night, or?
There is a few elements to it. Now, like any performer or artist, comes the preparation, the physical pre-emptying of a concept of a new act, a new outfit, the actual readiness before a performance in terms of applying the makeup, styling the hair, piecing the wardrobe together, you know, sucking the gut in with the corset and putting on the heels and the stockings, and so physically there was that aspect of it. The drag industry is also very, it's very unique in the fact that it's a minority within a minority, and I'm talking about the fact that in years gone by, everyone fought together for gay rights, everyone stood tall as one. as we've developed in society and continued to embrace and accept the homosexual lifestyle, the LGBT community has actually become very segregated into the fact that, especially within the nightclub scene, and that people can become very sort of a replay of that high school popularity era, and that we've all experienced in different ways when we went to school, and it kind of continues into that night outlet there when people are identifying with who they are and what they do. Also, the nightclub scene as a gay male is a very opening part of your life in finding who you are and becoming accepted within other people. Yeah.
Well, you've actually said in the book that you had a lot of persecution when you were younger. Do you offer much advice to the LGBT community?
Yeah, well, the book was written in mind of offering people the chance to read someone else's story and identify with parts of life that they might feel is personable to them, and saying that it's okay. A lot of people experience outcomes or take on actions because they've experienced issues in their lives that have brought them down to that part of their lives, and people are very quick to see someone's actions and think, why would they do that? But they don't think, what led them to that point? What actually led up to that part of their life? And this book kind of gives people an opportunity to identify and think, I can see how that would happen, I can see how that would lead there. And I actually like in this story to say that I find, and I've had a lot of feedback, that people have actually sympathised with the main character, who's actually a very psychotic young boy, and his actions are overwhelmingly sickening, yet people have a lot of empathy when they read the story for him.
Definitely sounds like an interesting read. If people want to get their hands on the book, where can they do so?
They can get it online, delivery straight to their door at Amazon.com or Booktopia.
Yeah.
However, we've had the book, I honestly was overwhelmed with it being stocked throughout Australia, and also now internationally in Canada and a few other places there. So there's some local bookstores around Victoria, New South Wales, WA, Canberra. All the boutique outlets are hopping on board, so it's fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ryan, thanks for being a part of the show.
Most welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm over here. Hello there, camera 3. Ryan Schultz is an amazing guy. I've got to hand roses to you because I think you've done an amazing part.
Thank you.
It is an amazing book. Please, we couldn't get him on for half an hour on the show, but he's got a lot to say. But you need to get the book and read it yourself. It's an amazing life, amazing story. His life's still going on. He's got a great life now, but he had an amazing life there. We'll take a break and talk to another lady with an amazing life, Tracy Vo, straight after this. Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Television Foxtel. It gives me great pleasure to invite the following guest to be interviewed on the show. Her name is Tracy Vo. She's a 9 News reporter here in Perth. Welcome to The Couch.
Thank you very much, Fred. It's great to be here.
Now, we were saying before how hard it is for you because you're always the one doing the interview
Absolutely.
or reading the news, and today I'm asking you the questions.
I know, it's a little
about
bit
this great
unnerving.
book. It is an awesome book. It's called Small Bamboo. It's out already. We'll give people details where they can get the book. But I love the story. 1978. Tell me picture it for everybody. Tell me the background about your family.
Yeah, so obviously it was a few years after my folks had left, after the war had ended, and basically they had to stay in Vietnam for a while. They're from the south, so you know it was tough times for them. They had to work on the black market to earn a living. Really, it was really difficult.
What did they do when they were in Vietnam?
So during the war, I should say, my father was actually training with the South Vietnamese Air Force, so he wanted to be a pilot. He wanted to be part of the war. He wanted to fight for his side of the country. And my mother worked in a pharmacy, so she worked there for a while. But after the war, obviously my father was trying to hide in any way possible from the north because he was part of the South Vietnamese Air Force. Mum knew where the pharmacist had actually hidden all the medication and drugs from the pharmacy, so she managed to try and sell that on the black market, and that's how she made her money.
She survived.
That's right.
So in 78, they decided to take off, and they were heading for Malaysia.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
made them do that on one of those boats, those terrible boats that we hear about?
Yes. Basically, it was the only way out of South Vietnam. Life was very tough, and a lot of people thought, well, if we're going to stay here, it's going to be a really poor lifestyle. Dad actually had two other attempts, but they failed. The boat never showed up. So he was going to go with his brother
And did
escape.
it cost them a lot of money?
A lot of money.
30 years ago or 40 years ago,
Yeah.
obviously still a lot of money.
That's right. So how my folks managed to escape, my uncle, Uncle Five, we name them in numbers. So
Okay.
Dad is one of 24
Oh,
kids.
lovely.
So
I remember that. Oh, you must
Yes,
be one of
big-
24.
Yeah, big family, big family. So Dad is number 18. And I know everyone's like, shock, horror, sigh. And so basically, so he was one of 24 and he was trying to escape with his brother. But in 1978, my Uncle Five actually sold off his business. He was an importer-exporter, so he made a good living. And but basically sold off his business, sold off all the scooters they had, and used all that money to, I think, get about 17 of them out at that time.
They obviously got on one of these terrible boats. Did you hear any of the really tragic stories, that things that happened on this boat, the weather, anything that happened to them
Yeah.
that was quite sad and terrible?
Probably the most scary part was they had reached. So they got onto this really leaky fishing boat. It was a wooden boat. But from then they had to try and get further out to sea to get to a bigger boat, so a much more sturdier boat. We kind of described it like a tugboat. And once they got to the tugboat, the crew members asked for my Uncle Five to come up up to the top because they were all hidden underneath the boat there. So and they also asked for my mother to come up with Uncle Five, and I thought, this is quite strange. My uncle had purchased the boat, paid for every single person to be on that boat to be able to escape Vietnam. Then suddenly the crew were asking for more money because they were like, we need more. He's like, why do you need more? I've given you so much money. I bought you this boat. I've allowed you to even escape Vietnam as well. What do you want it for? My mum had hidden things in certain areas of her body, like pieces of gold bars.
Smuggle them out.
That's right. So my mum was very worried as well because she wasn't sure if they would strip search her or anything like that.
The gold.
But thank God for my uncle. He was very tough. He did some tough talking to the crew, and luckily the crew had a bit of a wake-up call and said, well, actually, we probably shouldn't mess with this guy and let them go back down below deck in safety with other family members.
Now, they obviously got to Malaysia. Is this where they got married?
Okay, so my folks, I guess you could say, exchanged rings on board the boat, and never got married, never had a wedding. There was no ceremony, no nothing. It was just purely
a very simple marriage.
simple union of
Joining of two people that love each other.
That's right. Oh, there's a family photo there. There's all my.
Don't you love these family photos?
So Dad is that one there. Dad's
skinny
in the
one
shorts,
on the right?
Skinny, yeah. So that was
Not a bad looker there.
Yeah, he's a very fit bloke.
There he is. Oh, that's not
swimming.
Thank you. When you said very fit bloke, I thought, thanks, Trace, but this is about you. Please.
But yeah, he went swimming every day, Dad.
So do I.
He's amazing. Well, there you go. I'm a bad swimmer. I didn't get that talent from him at all. But they exchanged rings on board. But sadly, to survive and get food, they had to sell the rings on the island in Malaysia to get noodles and apples and all that.
How did they go from Malaysia? How long did they stay in Malaysia for?
It was a couple of months.
Yep.
So by the time they arrived to this, it was a little island called Pulau Tengah, and the Australian customs officials actually stopped their boat saying, you will all be accepted into Australia, don't go any further, because the day before a bigger boat went straight to Darwin. Very dangerous, of course, and they didn't want to have that on there. If they knew that there was this boat here, they wanted to control it and said, look, you'll be accepted to come to Australia straight away, just stay on this island for a couple of months, we'll process you. So they stayed there for a little while. Life on the island was fine for them. They were they said, my folks said they were able to roam around quite freely. I know these days you hear about the stories about detention centres. It wasn't like that back in the day. So, they were...
Were they happy people at the time? I mean, obviously they made the best of what they had by the sounds of it. And they had 10 other relatives with them on the trip?
Yeah, so it's basically a few of my dad's brothers and sisters, as well as
So they
their
all went to
extended
Malaysia?
Yeah, they all went to Malaysia.
So what made them go from Malaysia to Australia? I know you said by plane, but
Yes.
what caused that to happen?
Yeah, so basically Australian customs officials accepted them, but my mother wanted to go to America first. So basically there were 4 nations allowing refugees in. It was Canada, the United States, France and Australia. Mum was like, let's try and see if we can apply for America first. And the American official was great. He spoke fluent Vietnamese and he said, to be honest, if you want to come to America, you are going to be stuck here for a very, very long time because everybody wants to go to America. So he goes, you've been accepted for Australia, right? Mum and Dad were like, yes, I suggest you go to Australia. So they're waiting around.
Did they know much about Australia?
No. They knew about Sydney and Melbourne. So how they, I guess, assigned people, the refugees, to which state they would go to, basically there was a whiteboard and a list of names would come up and next to their name said Perth. They were like, where is Perth? I had no idea where Perth was.
I would have thought 40 years ago Perth would be, really? We're going to Perth? Yeah. What we're going to do, this is such a great discussion with you. We're going to move our Mission Australia interview. We'll put it into next week's show so I can keep talking to you because I'm having a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Do you know what I love about this? We hear so much about turning back the boats and sending people back. My family came over by ship from Europe, in 72, and we were migrants. And Australia, I believe, is made up of many migrants that make this such a great place. People don't always hear the other side, and it's so nice to be able to talk to you about the other side of the story. So let's keep talking about it. Your parents came to Australia by plane.
Yes.
Was it an easy thing once they decided they were coming? Was it a week, a couple of weeks? How long did it take them to get over?
It was literally probably about a fortnight, I believe. I can't remember the exact timeline. It was about a fortnight after that because you have to go. They had to go from the island to KL, so Kuala Lumpur, and then from there they got a commercial flight from there. Mum and Dad were having.
Did they have any kids while they were?
No.
So they were just the two of them.
Yeah, just the two of them, and they were having a great time. They were having glass of whiskey. The air hostess loved, because so Dad spoke English quite well by then because he trained with the US forces as well as some Australian soldiers too. So his English was quite good, and the air hostesses loved him. But unfortunately, the other Vietnamese on board were airsick, so they were having a terrible time while Mum and Dad were living it up in the back. Yeah, they're good travellers
economy,
indeed.
but doing well.
Yeah, they were very, very happy. They were very excited as well because obviously they had no idea where Perth was, but for them it was a brand new life.
Coming to Australia, coming to Perth, the smallest city at the time and still is, how have they adjusted? Did they find it weird when they came here? I mean, I don't want to get you to tell me the whole book.
No.
Because we want people to buy it.
Yes,
but how did they adjust?
Please buy, no.
How did they adjust?
So Mum had struggled a bit. She was quite homesick, missing a lot of people. Because
did they look after them as Australians? Did we look after your mum and dad when they came, or were they quite nice? Because when my dad came from Europe, they used to cop a lot of flack, a lot of name calling and all that sort of thing. Was it a hard time for them?
They were very well accepted into the community. There were host families actually, so they'd host them over for lunch and explain how Australian living was, the Aussie barbecue, the backyard cricket, that sort of stuff. So that's why when my parents stayed in Greylands Refugee Hostel, so they stayed there for a while until they could afford to move out. They rented a few places in the city, then they eventually resettled or settled or built a home.
What did they do for most of their life? What did they take up as an occupation here in Australia?
Dad was a chef.
Surprise,
Still is.
A famous chef, Hans.
Yes.
From Hans Cafe. He's one of the most famous, not your dad.
No.
But, another Vietnamese,
That's it.
Vietnamese man that's done incredibly well.
That's right.
We know a lot of Vietnamese people through the bakeries, one next to me in Balga, Naranda, but he was a chef.
Yes, and Mum is actually a baker, makes wedding cakes
see,
and
psychic.
birthday cakes, and so
And aren't
we
they
eat
the
very
best?
well at home. You know,
Tracy, you've obviously been very well looked after and you've had a great life because you've become quite a senior newsreader, presenter, a reporter. How many more siblings did your mum and dad have? How many kids?
so I've got an older brother, Trevor. So that gave us the most Aussie names you could think of, Trevor and Trey. So
What's it like? I mean, I know you've written the book. It's in your
Yes.
your life experience. Why should people get this book? What are they going to get out of this?
So obviously, I
I'm
think
sending one to Tony Abbott, by the way.
there you go.
and- because I really think they need to
Yes.
learn a little bit more about
actually
what happened.
Tony and I had a very good relationship because I worked for a year in Canberra and I followed him
Serious?
for about
Well, there
5
you go.
weeks on the election campaign, and we got along very, very well. And he was outside of it, he was a
usually
great bloke.
are.
We had a beer together and we had lots of chats and we got along
See?
really well. But you know, I'm sure he would have read it already. So
Why should people get this book? Because
So-
it's a pretty good read. It's a thick book with pictures
well,
in there.
it's also great for kids as well. I know schools have got them in there, which is great. Basically, it's got a great history of the Vietnam War. My very good friend, actually, with Nine, Peter Stefanovic, actually said he doesn't really know much about the history of the Vietnam War. So
I don't
for
think
him,
most of us do.
For him, it was a great read because he could learn more about it. But having the personal connection, he knows my family too, so that was really special for him. But also anyone wanting to get into media as well. So the publisher actually said, we would love to hear about your side
A real
of getting
story.
into the media. The real story, how tough it is. So anyone who wants to pursue a career in journalism, it's great for that too. And
They can look like that one day.
Yeah.
I do like that picture
Oh,
of
that
you.
one, that Liam
the
Kite,
camera.
Lee, actually, the director
Do you want me to
here,
hold it? Oh, there you go.
he took that photo.
And don't you look good behind a desk, just like
Oh,
me?
thanks. Yes, no, we make a very good.
I know,
pairing,
we do.
hey? You know, you never
Shame
know.
you brought up Tony Abbott. Where can we get the book from?
So, but any bookstore, they're not on the shelves at the moment because they've sold out. But any bookstore, they can order it in online, Kindle.
There it
ebooks,
is there. We can
anything.
get it from
So
that fantastic
that's
bookshop
Allen
as
and
well.
Unwin as well.
Can I tell you a quick story? I went in the 70s when I was at Mount Lawley High School. I was actually a mentor for the Vietnamese people that came.
were you?
And I had this guy called Jimmy On. Jimmy Nguyen, but I
Yeah.
can never pronounce it right. Anyway, he was just an average Joe. He used to sell peanut brittle. I used to buy it all off him, as you can see. But I'll tell you a funny story. 30 years later, I was in Vietnam because I went to Ho Chi Minh, and this is a really very pertinent story because it goes in well with your story.
Yes.
Jimmy was a nobody, a hard worker, just a normal everyday person, like me, just a normal guy. 30 years later, I run into him at the airport in Ho Chi Minh. I said, Jimmy, is that you? And he said, yes. And I said, what are you doing now? He goes, I have a textile factory. And he has a shop on Beaufort Street called William the Tailor.
Oh,
and I mentored him at school, sort of showed him the ropes, sort of bought his peanut brittle off him, put on a lot of weight.
gorgeous.
And he is a success story. And I think people need to look at the other side.
Yeah.
And I know you probably see it every day like I did with my parents. It is really important that people see the other side.
Yes.
To people, refugees. They make a great contribution to Australia. And I'll let you maybe have the final wrap-up about your family and your life. It is really important. What have you learned from the experience? What's been a great influence for you?
I think my parents' story has really humbled me because I didn't really understand what they went through to try and get to Australia. And they really do live life to the max every single day, and they enjoy it and they stay positive. And
Ooh, hot
there
photo.
you go. And look, the reason why,
You
because
look
I
like
lived.
your dad.
Oh yeah, I do.
Apart from the beard and the
I know, of course, I don't have the mo, so it's fine. But
You got time.
I lived in who knows, when I get older.
9 years?
I used to live over east and I moved back to Perth, obviously, so I'm a Perth girl born and bred. But I came back because Dad was a bit unwell. Coming back now, he's so much happier and lighter and relaxed. And it really taught me the essence of family as well, because I'd been away for almost 10 years. So I wasn't distant from my parents, but coming home and writing this book, it's made me really enjoy
I'm
my
amazed
family
we're not
again.
a lot closer because I looked after both my parents as Europeans do, and also I would assume that your family were either Catholic or Christian, and they've got that influence.
They're Buddhist, actually.
Well, Sam, well, you know what? I was thinking of going to that, but
Yeah,
the
you
Catholics
know.
came. But we look after our families,
right.
and you've done that. You're still doing it now. 9 News. When can we catch you on that other?
Today
job?
Perth News, early, bright and early in the morning, 7 a.m. a.m. So I'll be there tomorrow morning.
Because it is time for 9,
It is time
everybody.
for 9.
Tracy Vo, you're a wonderful
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you for writing a great book
Oh,
and
thank you
balancing
so
the story
much.
too, because I think it's great for schools. I guess it's great for anybody that's got a misconception about boat people, as we call them, refugees. They do it hard. There are a lot of genuine people that come over here looking for a better life, and just open your minds to it and read this book, because if you only read this book and learn a little bit of respect for people, I think that's probably a great thing.
Thank you for the support as well.
Can I get you to come? Can you pick up your mic?
Yes, I'll pick up the
come
mic.
Come over this way. I'm going to get you to come and spin the wheel for me.
Spin the wheel.
Now, you
Here
go
we
on
go.
this side.
I'll go on this side. Okay, righto.
Now, this is our spin it to win it wheel. Okay, I'll let
Sure.
cameras reposition.
Okay.
We're giving away, guys, 2 tickets. Which camera am I look over here? 2 tickets to Singapore, thanks to Scoot. It's called Scoot's Spin It to Win It. Now, Tracy will spin the wheel.
This way?
Yep.
Anyway?
Yep,
Put
go
that
for it.
up. Here we go.
Oh, you've done that before. And what we're going to do is, we want... Okay, Trace. Oh, there you go. Oh, it stopped at number 3. See, trick cameras, you just...
Yeah,
Anyway.
so I don't want to...
That's how we're going to be playing it. I don't know if Tracy wants to come back and spin the wheel, but you could win yourself 2 double tickets or a return ticket for 2 people to Singapore flying Scoot, the most amazing airline. Plus, we're going to give you accommodation. You need to SMS us to be part of Spin It to Win It. Send your name and address and your details to 0439 929 929. Check out our Facebook page. All the details are there. Spin It to Win It. We're going to be playing it in 2 weeks' time. So get in your SMSs. I need your names and all that sort of stuff. And you'll be part of Scoot's Spin It to Win It. Have you been to Singapore?
I have. I love Singapore.
There you go.
You'll love
Okay.
it. You'll love the trip.
Well done. Thank you to Tracy Vo. Please buy her
Thank
book.
you.
It is called Small Bamboo.
Thank
and it
you.
is out now. Thank you again. And we'll be watching you on 9.
Yay. Thank you, guys.
We'll take a break. Be back with more of The Couch right after this. Thank you, Trace. Welcome back to The Couch here on... yeah, look, if only hair could speak. It'd say, cut me, cut me. Next week I'll bring in a scissors and I'll show you how to cut hair. Experienced hairdresser. No, look, it's always fun. We've got fantastic opportunity now to talk to Debbie Fortnum about Kidney Health Week that's coming up, and with her is the hair himself, Charlton. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Fred. Today we're talking with Debbie Fortnum from Kidney Health Australia. We're talking about Kidney Health Week. It's coming up in a few weeks.
Starting on the 22nd of May.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that. What's it all about?
Yep. Kidney Health Week is really about raising awareness of kidneys, so we really want to get everybody out there in the public, if they don't know what their kidneys are doing at the moment, to go and get your kidneys checked, particularly if you're one of those people at risk.
So to find out, we've obviously got to be tested.
Yep.
Why is it so important that we need to be tested for it?
Yep. If you have kidney disease, you're 2 or 3 more times more likely to have a heart attack. And also, if you have early stage kidney disease, you can do something about it. So it's important to find out whether that person is you.
So who's most at risk? Because I'm quite young. I would never think that it would affect me. So how do we know?
If you're young, the way it might affect you is if you had high blood pressure, and you'd be amazed how many younger people have got high blood pressure and don't know about it. So basically, if you have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, particularly type 2 diabetes, which tends to be something that drifts in as you get a little bit older and is related to being overweight throughout your life. If you have a family history of kidney disease, if you're of Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander origin, if you're over 60, you're more at risk. And we've got a whole list on our website of all the people that are at risk that should get checked.
Now, I'm gathering it's quite high, and a lot of people have obviously got this disease. What are the statistics for it?
Yep. So we estimate that 1 in 3 people are at risk. In fact, 1.7 million people have got early signs, so that's 1 in 10 of the population. And over 20,000 people actually either have a kidney transplant or are on dialysis.
Wow.
Unfortunately, that big number of people who might have early stage, only 1 in 10 of them know about it.
That's actually a pretty scary statistic. That's a lot of people.
It is. It is a lot of people.
Now, is it easy for us to get tested?
It is really easy to get tested. You can pop along to your chemist and they can do some basic screening for you, and they can give you urine dipsticks so you can check and see if you have protein in your urine, which is one of the signs. Or you can just go along to your doctor and ask for a kidney health check, which again is just checking your urine, checking your blood pressure, and then finally having a blood test.
So we've got some really high numbers of people being infected. What can we do to prevent it?
What can you do to prevent it? Live healthily. It's really simple. I guess if it's good for your heart, it's good for your kidneys. So exercise, not smoking is really important. If you do get diagnosed with high blood pressure, make sure you look after it, take your medications and eat healthily so that you avoid getting diabetes. If you have diabetes, look after it.
Now, if anyone wants to get involved at home in
Yep.
Kidney Health Week, how can we do so?
Yeah, so you can go and visit our website to get some details, but you can do things like organise a dress read at work day. So you can go to work and have an event, a morning tea or afternoon tea. You could host a barbecue. We've even got information on our website so you could learn about kidney disease and then educate people that you know. And you can do a little bit of fundraising for us at the same time if you would like to.
Debbie, thank you very much for being part of The Couch today.
That's all right,
If you
it's a
want
pleasure.
any more information, head to thecouch.com.au. Back to you, Fred.
Just
Nice and bread.
Thank you. I was just going to ask Debbie a quick question. I know because you know my parents were both on dialysis, and it's we've got a couple of minutes to spare. On the actual National Kidney Week, the Awareness Week.
Yes.
Is there a lot of activities around Australia? Because we go out to all of Australia. Is there activities in every state? Is it a national event?
Yes, there usually are a lot of activities, a lot of smaller community activities, but most of those are people that are just from the general public organising activities. So it might be screening activities. A lot of nurses go out and do blood pressures for us. It might be in shopping centres that people will do education events.
And it's amazing, like, I knew nothing about kidney problems until I had parents that had dialysis.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that so many people are affected, and it's one of the worst diseases. And
It is.
unfortunately, there's no cure. Once
Not
you,
once you get to the
have
end, but you
renal
can-
failure, it's a terrible way to either pass away or to live with dialysis. It's 3 times a week. So can I just say to people from my own experience, and I'm one that really is careful about my kidneys now, I don't want to end up like my parents, really do take heed. Join the National Week of Education about kidneys.
Yes.
And check out their website, because it is really important that you avoid getting kidney failure. There it is there, kidney.org.au. Thank you for coming in, and
Pleasure.
it's close to my heart. I'm sure it's close to your kidneys as well.
Very close.
Thanks to Charlton. Thank you to Debbie. That is Kidney
you.
Health Week that's coming up very, very soon. Check out their website for more information. We're going to take a break and then be back with the Bitchin' team. See you then. Well done.
Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight.
Welcome back to another Bitchin' for 2016. It's been a long wait, 6 months, but they're back. The bitches are back. Let me tell you who's filling in on the couch today. The vacancy left by Cameron Kippen. We're getting our own Charlton Hart to fill that one for today.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for being here
And his
today.
hair.
Thanks. And my hair, yeah.
Oh, poor Charlton today. He's
love
been
it.
copying a lot of
I
flake
love
with the
it.
hair.
How soft is it?
It's well trained,
so
isn't
soft.
And your hair. And
Hey, you could dye it red and he'd be Donald Trump, wouldn't he?
and probably as popular. And Natalie, of course, from RSPCA, but today you're from Natalie.
I
the
am
world
from
of
Natalie. Don't forget Million Paws Walk,
Thank you
the
very
15th. I just thought I'd slip it in there. St James Mitchell Park, South Perth. Thank you.
much. Thank you. And can I just, while you're slipping things in...
Yeah, as the actress said to the
I
bishop.
got an email yesterday from RSPCA. There's horrible puppy farm things back in the news again.
Yes.
Which is, it's really terrible. Is there anything that the public can do to stop this sort of stuff apart from reporting?
Yes. Yeah, obviously report if you see anything suspicious. Most importantly, adopt. Don't shop. Don't get your pets from pet shops.
Yep.
By all means, go to pet shops. Buy yourself the accessories, the litter trays, the toys. Fine. Don't buy live animals from pet shops.
Beautiful.
All right, you need to. There's so many shelters, including the RSPCA. There's so many shelters, really good animals. So please get them from
Yeah,
there
stop
instead of
these
shops.
criminals as well. Shut them down.
Absolutely. Yep.
Ted,
Yeah.
welcome back. You're from Curtin FM
Well,
Saturday
yes,
mornings.
it's lovely to be here, and I think it's nice how you've got
We've
that.
run out of time.
Well, the coffin out there for me was wonderful. You know, I've been in it for 6 months, and they just waved a bit of garlic around, and I withdrew the wooden stake, and I'm good.
Actually, sorry, it wasn't garlic.
You're
I had
lucky.
curry last night.
You're lucky that I thought it was my lunchbox and I unlocked it and then realised you were in there.
Did you eat anything inside?
Well, I did, but it was quite used by dated God.
Do you remember was it Sesame Street where they had Count? I used to love Count.
Yeah, it was Count.
Hello there. 2, 3.
There was a send-up of that one. They changed all the words. I remember the really naughty one. There was another version. I think it was. Yeah, they beeped the number. They made it sound like a word.
Really?
See.
Oh, we missed that because we're such innocent people.
We are.
Nat.
Does it
And
feel like
so's
we're in
Charlton.
Does it feel like sitting on this instead of remember our old desk?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Feels
good.
like we're waiting to see the headmaster, don't you think?
And can I just say thank you to Cameron Kippen for being part of the show, but he's travelling a lot more now and he's retired. He's actually gone to prison, but yeah, we know.
Such a nice guy.
That shoe fetish eventually had fetish.
Treat him nicely, Bubba. Treat him
We've
well.
got 3 wonderful stories today. Well, we hope they're wonderful. Ted, which one did you grab?
Well, I was just thinking, Cameron's
you
gone
grabbed the
from
boob one.
no, I won't say what I was going to say. Now, this really gets me. See, because we don't have a Kylie and Jackie Go here in Perth, where we're
They
based.
think they do, yeah.
And so we're not used to this kind of outrageous radio. And being an old jock myself of over 50 years, I'm sort of... Why don't you laugh about old jocks? I mean...
Because I can smell them from here.
I've missed you, and I was going to be so nice about your lovely hair. So anyway, so they do things to be outrageous, and they're forever looking for publicity. And this is all about publicity.
And
where
isn't it about their producers as well? All about sensationalism.
Well,
and
the
making
whole idea
news?
is that they want. It says here, win cash to get your mother-daughter boob job, and you can win 24 grand to put towards. Now, I've got nothing against people.
No, because
if
Father's
they...
Day's coming and they're going to do penis enlargements. We're hoping they'll do penis
I wonder what they're going to give away. Yes, your father and son
Penis
can go in for a
enlargement.
scrotum lift. Sounds great, doesn't it?
Yes.
Man, there's a visual.
Let's see if we can pick that one up.
But anyway, look, I am one of those people who have no problems if people want to have work done and it's all done well, professionally, not in some backyard thing. Fine.
Do you think
Go
a
for
radio
it.
station's a place to promote that sort of stuff, but
Oh, do
giveaways?
I? Well, no. Look, they're practiced at being outrageous. That's all they're trying to be is outrageous. How can we be outrageous? Let's give away boob jobs. The bad news is we're only giving away one.
Oh, very nice.
One each?
So one each.
One each.
Natalie, you were a radio jock for a
I
long time on the
was.
big couch here. Did you ever have to do anything as stupid as
Or
this?
get new boobs? No. I stuck with the originals. Do you know what?
The originals
The
sometimes
originals.
the best.
If the boobs hang low, if they swing to and fro, just get them done. I have no issues with this.
Do you have the
because-
pencil test? Isn't there a pencil test?
Yeah, I can put a whole typewriter. I put my Apple iPad, my MacBook,
Wow.
the widescreen TV, and everything stayed there, so I'm fine. It is sensationalising it, but you know what? If
It's
you
just
want
life,
new
isn't
boobs,
it?
get new boobs.
Yes.
If you want a larger penis, get a larger penis. Same operation.
Get
that would
both.
be interesting, wouldn't it?
I must get the contact numbers off
Big
you.
boobs and a big penis, where you've got everything covered.
Charlton? Oh, sorry,
fine.
go on.
No,
Go on. Go on.
No,
Were you gonna say anything
that's it. Now.
Charlton, over to you. What do you reckon about this story? You're looking at me like you've had a penis enlargement.
He was going to say, what's a boob?
I'm going to say no comment on that one.
Yeah,
I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Penis enlargement
Mother-daughter
or boob
activity.
job?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think
both.
radio stations should promote giving away boob jobs?
These guys, yeah.
Why?
I think it's a great idea.
These
Don't you?
guys, when you say these guys, do you mean as in Kyle and Jackie?
yeah,
Do
of
you think
course
it's
they
because
would,
we're
yeah.
used to them being shock jocks and they command so much listener fellowship?
Yeah, definitely. It's just a way of giving back.
Okay.
So to speak.
Great philosophy.
Fair enough. All right.
He's
Natalie,
not
let's
bad,
move to
is
your
he?
story.
Right.
We won't have
What have you
him
got?
back.
Do you know when I say the expression finger licking good? What?
Depends what you've been doing with them.
It
Exactly.
certainly puts a sour taste in your mouth.
Well, it can. It depends where your fingers have been. So, finger licking good. It's a huge phrase.
We
Everybody
know it
knows
from
it.
KFC.
Exactly.
Get a barrel of chicken, finger licking good.
Can I tell you though, when
Yeah.
people lick their fingers, and this is a fact, underneath your fingernails, 99% poo, 1% peanut butter.
Oh, you're...
Oh, come on.
No.
Yes, sauce, please. Name your sauce.
No, well, it was
Peanut
a primary
sauce.
school student. It was a primary school student who basically told me that. No,
Oh,
I have my
fine.
sources.
It's
I
true,
can't
actually. I
reveal.
believe that you're right because I saw something
Yeah.
written only a few weeks
pig's
ago.
ass.
It's true.
No,
Do you know they did
human.
one on mobile phones as well, guys? And
Yeah.
most of the stuff on mobile phones
Yeah.
is poo from
Yes,
people
it
going
is.
to the toilet and sitting on the toilet with their phone.
Absolutely.
I want to know, why, you guys, what do you do with your spare time? Oh, we go around checking mobile phones to see if we can find poo on.
Each to their own, Ted.
Yep.
So anyway, finger licking good. It's everybody knows the phrase, but in Hong Kong it never really took
And
off.
this is about KFC, isn't it?
This is about KFC. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to promote it in Hong Kong. So they've got together and they thought, what can we do? They have actually made edible nail polish, which is finger licking good.
So it tastes like
And
chicken.
It tastes and it smells really good.
So where do you
and
have to
it
stick it in to
tastes-
get the chicken taste? Do you have to dip it in
Chicken, normally. No, you put it on your nails.
Oh, like a
okay?
brush.
Like a normal nail polish. And then during the day, you can sniff your nails.
In
the
actual
connotations
fact,
that-
this is wonderful. And if you haven't got it, you can get Pope's noses and get some.
And where do you
glue.
stick those?
Talking of Pope's
You know,
nose.
That's the bum. A chook's bum is called a Pope's
That's
nose.
the parson's nose.
I call it the Pope's
No,
nose.
it's the parson's
Oh,
nose.
gee, I'm not going to heaven, am I? That's me. Oh, dear.
Pope's nose.
I apologise to all
How
the
dare
Is this for real? This happened where?
This is it's in Hong Kong,
Oh, right. They've
and
got
they've done
nothing
it
better to do,
basically.
yeah.
They've released it over there. Facebook actually are calling for it to be released, mass produced, and released worldwide. But you know, you've got it. You've already picked your nose. You can sort that
hang
out.
on, what do you
Hundreds
mean
of-
you've already picked? How
How many times do you drive to work? And I give the hairy eyeball because if I see people picking their nose, I hate it.
It's not so bad if they
but it
flick
smell
it. It's
good.
when they eat it
I
after.
know. It's got protein, I think, Charlton.
It's got.
Muscle building.
It's muscle building, yeah.
Well,
Chew your
I tell
nails.
you what,
Oh.
at my age, it's better than just letting it drip, you know.
Is this another one of these stories, Nat, where you think, have they got nothing better to do? Whatever happened to the bucket of chicken and just...
Well, I've got to tell you, when I first read it, I thought, what a lot of poppycocks.
Yeah.
And then I thought, actually, do you know what?
Do you know what poppycock means?
I know.
It means poo.
Exactly.
It all fits in.
Poppycock. Well, it does.
Poppycock.
It's
If
That's a
this
load of
was
crap.
available,
Load
if
of
this was
crap.
Yeah,
available,
Dutch.
this was... Shut up. If this was available, I would buy it and I would lick with great veracity each and every one of my fingers.
Would you do your toenails as well?
Yeah, I can actually get my foot up to
I
my
think we
mouth.
should move on.
No, you can't. You
Yeah,
have to
you were
show
at that party last week.
Oh, I was actually,
Yeah.
yes.
I nearly got a bar up my nose.
Fair enough. While Natalie does that, what did you think, Charlton?
Oh, wow.
See?
Do it again.
Gee.
Wow. You'd be popular at parties, and you were last week.
I have a habit of biting my nails, so I think this is a great idea. You know.
There you go.
I mean, you don't have to spit them out anymore. You just eat them.
No.
Tastes like chicken.
And it's weight loss too.
Exactly. Protein. It's.
Yep.
So is there...
Awesome idea.
the next question would be, do they have hot and spicy or just the original?
You can either get the hot and spicy or the original.
And can you get
Wow.
fries on your left hand?
Can you get a Pepsi one?
I don't know if you get...
And what happens if you want it upgraded to a bigger serve? Do you get the whole body?
Well, that's when you
just
have...
dunk your whole hand in it.
Oh, this sounds like another stupid story. I reckon crap's probably the way to go with this one. What a silly story. What a silly thing to do in
I
Hong
thought
Kong.
the way we handled it was pretty silly
Way to
too.
make you feel better, Fred.
Yeah.
You'll come back after 6 months. We'll just kick you while you're down. I think it's a great story. I want to buy it. So KFC, if you're
I'm so
listening, I'm
glad.
going to be
Don't
buying
worry,
your
we
nail
can, we
polish.
can lift here. Charlton's got another story. Charlton, what's your story?
When's the most stressful time for you guys growing up?
What?
Probably waiting for the
right
show.
now.
Waiting for it.
Hoping we end on time.
Some people in Subiaco have set up a spa for babies.
Ooh.
Now listen to this. Listen to this. It says, "It's amazing to watch intense pleasure, contentment, and curiosity." Now I'm
Now-
not sure if you see there, but that baby.
Yeah,
right
there's
there
a baby actually
does
in a
not look very
bathtub with a
content.
ring around it.
It's got a ring around its head and it looks
Yeah.
like it's just
Looks like some
drowning.
form of Krispy Kreme.
He's like, I can't breathe.
So what's the
It looks
story?
like it's
There's a
gone
spa
down the-
for babies
Oh, sorry.
now.
It's a spa for babies, yeah. Apparently it's been, they were trained in London to do it.
Yeah.
And it's just been founded by a competitive swimmer.
What do you
look,
reckon,
it's
Ted?
very, well, I think it's great because it gets rid of that old song, "My baby has gone down the plug." My baby
Kreme around
has
its
gone
neck.
down the plug.
Would you ever take a child to a spa like that?
Would I ever take a child? Yeah, why not?
Why
I would. I'd take my baby to the spa and I'd leave it in the car while I went and got a massage.
Well, no, you wouldn't.
With the
Be a
window
responsible
open, with the
person.
window-
I'd have the windows open.
No,
Jeez.
And the
no,
keys in the car.
touchy.
no. Well, you know,
So touchy.
You're a good
well, you
parent.
should be.
This is why I don't
Would
have
touch the child, I
children.
think. That's
And I
why
want to know,
DCB
would your
be after
children
me.
have Kentucky Fried on there?
Yeah, I'd leave them in the car with their
they'll
Kentucky
eat the
Fried Chicken
children as
fingers.
well. Charlton, what
gotta
about
be-
this story? Do you think it's a beat up?
You go to a spa when you're stressed, you're tired,
Yeah.
you need
Do
some
you ever go to a
relaxing.
spa when
baby,
you're stressed and
What have they got to be
would you
stressed
have one of
about?
those rings around your
I do,
neck?
yeah. No, I wouldn't try the ring. But all the baby does is eat, poo, and sleep.
Yep. perfect
So
life.
why does it need a spa?
Oh, no, we
Yeah.
don't hope
Exactly,
it doesn't do it
doesn't
all
need
in
a
the
spa.
spa.
Well, I must tell you something, Charlton. You start
perfect.
off life like that, and that's how it ends up too.
I know, he's clenching right now.
On that note, please,
okay.
Oh, he's no longer clenching.
can we please thank the Variety Hour?
Charlton.
It is, of course, Ted Bull from Radio Curtin
thank you,
Radio.
thank you,
Perth.
thank you,
Thank
yeah.
you. Saturday mornings, what time can we hear you?
6 to 8.
6 to 8 if you want to
Good
avoid
show
it,
too.
sleep in. But it is a great show. He's a very funny man. Natalie's just a very funny person.
She is,
and she
isn't
didn't
she?
mean anything about leaving the kids in the
No,
car.
Oh, no,
She
no,
only
no,
did
no.
that
Very
once and she did
responsible.
get them back.
Yeah,
they
and
weren't
animals, don't leave them in the car either.
And don't buy puppies off people off the internet or
And
whatever.
Gumtree, that includes Gumtree too.
Thank you.
Best to get it, adopt them instead from shelters.
And Million Paws Walk is when?
It's Sunday the 15th at Sir James Mitchell Park. It's always a
May,
lot of fun.
May, that's
I know, that's right
RSPCA
now.
all around Australia. And Charlton, what are you up to on your radio station? 89.7 on
I'm
a...
actually changing careers. I'm moving into hairstyling.
Whoa!
Really?
Bieber!
But in all seriousness, 89.7's going well. Moving time slots.
What times? When are you moving? Midnight
Yeah. No one actually wanted to listen to me.
to dawn? No. What
No,
time
I'm doing.
are you on? What time are you on?
I'm doing 7 till 9 a.m.
And you've got
Tuesday
some great
mornings.
interviews. Tell us some of the people that are coming up.
Tracy Vo's coming up. She's talking about her new book. She's
Yep.
also
Love
been on the show today.
Been there, done that.
Had a chat with Rufus. And
You might want to do Bitchin' on there.
I'm working on getting Tony Gallardi on. I want to talk about the Spud Wars.
Beautiful. Can't
Yes.
wait to talk about it. Maybe you could talk hair.
an eyebrow.
Yeah, and eyebrows. I
Eyebrows.
love those eyebrows.
Blue
Is that what
shorts.
that is? You went wrong. The eyebrow needs trimming. Thank you to everybody. Thanks to all the crew. We will be back next week and talking cheese, about the fantastic cheese festival that's coming to Perth and much
Yay.
more. Join us next week on the couch. Good night, Australia.
For your kid.